What's up YouTube, Jack Sutcliffe here and welcome back to JS Fitness, or if you're just tuning in, welcome. What was that? Probably a bird pooing on my car. Jesus, that scared the lights out of me. Anyway, today we are doing a review of ProSupps Incredibulk, the chocolate fudge cake flavour. Now, I've been real excited to do this supplement review. It's one that I've wanted to do for a long time, ever since I first tried ProSupps PS Whey, which was the glazed donut, and the chocolate fudge cake flavour. Really good stuff. Like I said, I'm really excited to try these. So yeah, let's get straight down to it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the macros and the ingredients label up on the screen for you, just so it's easier to follow, because I'm going to need to read off the back of this just so you guys know what is going on. First things first, as you can see, it's quite a big packet. It is only a third of a serving. Now, to feel this and the amount of powder that is in here is a lot. There's 333 grams per serving, and in this packet alone there's 111 grams, so you technically need 3 of these big old boys, which you're going to see in a minute when I throw it in the scooper, in the shaker, sorry, just how much powder that is. Basically, Incredibulk is solely for bulking up, putting on weight. It's a weight gainer. My views on these are that generally they're not good quality, they're not high quality, they tend to be absolutely crammed full of cheap carbohydrate sources. The protein sources tend to drop off quite a bit, and that's it. I would tend to advocate away from mass gaining shakes and replace it with proper whole food sources, because you will see a lot more benefits from it. Anyway, by the by though, that is a video, an argument for another day. First things first, calories per serving, which is a 334. You've got 1,250 calories, so I've got a third of that, which will be 6. This is going to be around 400, 4, 8, 12. Yeah, this is going to be around 400 calorie serving if you have it with water. I'm having it with water. If you have it with milk, it's going to be a lot more. So straight away, you are getting a lot of calories in with this. Calories which are from fat, 45, of which is saturated, 2 grams, which isn't too bad. It's a little bit more than Optimum Nutrition Serious Mass, but not by much. Then you've got a bit of cholesterol, a bit of potassium, and a bit of sodium. Nothing that's a big deal. Total carbohydrates. Now, this is the interesting stuff. You've got 250 grams of carbohydrates, which basically this is a 5-to-1 ratio of carbs to proteins. I find, because of it being so heavy in carbs, which we'll get to that again in a minute of what it's heavy in, it tends to be people with that have sensitive stomachs will probably not tolerate this well. People that don't have a sensitive stomach, like myself, still aren't going to tolerate this well. So I would say you tend to want a 2-to-1 ratio, maybe a bit less, maybe a little bit more in terms of what you're able to tolerate. But yeah, so it is what it is. Dietary fiber, 4 grams. You are going to want every gram of dietary fiber you can get to help digest this thing, and this isn't just this one. So I'm going to tag the CEO of ProSupps in this video. So mate, this is nothing against your product. It's just a case of, because of the amount of calories, the amount of maltodextrin, which is the carbs, you want like 10 grams of dietary fiber, which none of the mass gain, weight gainer, proteins, whatever, have that level amount of dietary fiber in them. So if you can get some more in this, that would be welcomed. After that, you've got 33 grams of sugar, which, woo, that's a lot of sugar for any protein supplement. Again, it's going to be in there to mask the maltodextrin, the carbs, and to give it that flavour and stuff like that. It is a bit disappointing. The sugars are on the high side. In this is only going to be 10 grams, but yeah, the sugars are high. Then we've got the 50 grams protein. So in this packet, there's only going to be about 13 grams of protein, which in all honesty isn't a right lot. So yeah. After that, you got some vitamin A, some vitamin C, some calcium, and some iron. And that is your macros right there. Not the greatest, not the worst. It's okay. It's okay. In terms of ingredients, we're going to get onto this right away. You have got very first ingredient, which is always the most. You've got the maltodextrin. Now, as I've said in the Serious Mass review, the maltodextrin is the carb source. It's cheap. It's a really good filler. It gets you in your calories, but unfortunately, this stuff does just not digest well. If you look at my review from the Gold Standard Gainer, it has got maltodextrin in. However, it's a lot further down on the list. There's not as much of it. Your body can digest it. It's a nicer supplement. It's all around better. So any supplement that has maltodextrin in, that's at the top, tends to, you might have some problems. The further down the list it is, most likely going to be thumbs up. You've then got some whey protein concentrate, then whey protein isolate. It would have been really nice to see them on the flip side, the other way around, but then it will make this product more expensive. After that, you've then got some fructose, you've got some cacao powder, processed by alkali, which is a cheaper option. If you've been following this video, you will know there are two ways of getting the cacao powder. The processed through alkali is the cheaper option. After that, you've then got your natural and artificial flavors, obviously. So the fructose, cacao powder, and natural and artificial flavors are there for flavor. You've then got some cornstarch, sunflower oil creamer, soluble dietary fiber, salt, sucrose, guar gum, xanthine gum, and acetylene potassium or ACE-K. All of these are in there for texture, thickness, consistency, all that good stuff. So in terms of the ingredients, to be honest guys, it's actually a pretty clean ingredients list. There doesn't seem to be like loads of fillers, stuff like that. So the macros let it down a little bit, but then the ingredient list is kind of pretty good. And for those of you who care, some of you won't, this is made in the US, I believe. It's banned substance free, it's 100% tested, so it's all good if you're competing. Anyway, let's get this done. Let's get the supplement review sorted. It says on the website for a full serving you want around 24 fluid ounces, which I believe is about 700-800 mils. I've only gone for 400, which you can still see right here is a lot. Let's take this off, make sure it's all at the bottom. Now, like I said, I'm excited to try this because the chocolate flavour of the PS Whey was beautiful. So I'm hoping that this is going to be just as good. I'm getting this everywhere today. In terms of smell, Jesus Christ, it's everywhere. In terms of smell, it's okay. You can definitely smell the cacao. Reminds me of like hot chocolate powder is the best way to kind of describe the smell. So yeah, not too bad. That's what it looks like for those of you who can see it. I obviously don't want to pour it all over the car and learn myself some gains. So here we go. This is what I'm about to show you of just how much there is in 100 servings. So hopefully you can see that 100 ml there. Now it does say on the website, yeah, this is going absolutely everywhere. It does say on the website this should be blended, not shaker bottle appropriate. Now that looks absolutely minging, seeing all of that drop right there, but you get an idea of just how much there is in this. And this is only a third of it, everyone, a third of it. So right now it looks like dog poo dropping to the bottom of my water. Like I say, you need a blender for this. Apparently, I'm going to shake this up. I'm going to really shake this up, but chances are this will give me some lumps, some bumps, some clumps, some floaters because of how much there is, because I haven't got a blender. However, if this mixes, then this is hands down perfect stuff. Here we go. Getting my arm workout for the day, making them gains 24/7. Creepy old guy going past, giving me a strange look, shaking my bottle, nothing else. Right, here we go. So, first impressions. It is looking pretty good. Hang on a sec. Bit bizarre, guy just came knocking on my door, wanting some money. Let's get back to this. Let's get back to this review. Hopefully my car ain't keyed or nothing when I come back. Just give it a quick little shake up. So yeah, first impressions. Strange supplement review this, everyone. First impressions, this, like I say, it does actually look like it is mixed so good, really well. There are some little bits around here that you can hopefully clearly see. I'll try to get the light on it actually, but out of how much there was, I am not going to complain. In terms of even just at the bottom, you can't really see any bits, even when I really get that in the light. So ProSupps, it seems like you have nailed this down to a T. But I'm going to pour this out now. Yeah, here we go. First impressions. Always got to taste the lid. First impressions. Sweet. Oh my dear. It is so sweet. Again, I did not expect anything less. Let's pour this bad boy out. Again, hopefully you can see this. So I'm going to go for the full cup. There we go. Again, there are some lumps in that on the sides, but again, that's to be expected just with the sheer amount there is. I'm trying to do all this without spilling any anywhere. I'm just going to quickly move this off because on this, from the side view, it looks like it's mixed beautifully. It looks really good. However, now I don't know how this is going to work. Hopefully you can see there. There you go. You got a few little floaters. Now, hopefully that is nothing too much to notice, but we'll find out in a minute. So, in terms of taste, it's got a nice bit of froth on top. To be fair, got one of them lumps, a few of them lumps actually. Can't really notice them, which isn't too bad. Again, them lumps are there, but they're not like when you squash them in your mouth, that you feel them like explode into powder. Just like solid little lumps. To be honest, they are not bad lumps, as silly as that sounds. I don't actually mind them being there. So yeah, even though they are there, I'm not going to knock this down for it. I actually think it's fine with it. Texture and consistency is actually quite nice. A little bit smoother, a little bit watery, a little bit silkier than what I would usually want. But for the amount you're going to be having, that's probably nicer because you don't want something that is really heavy and going to sit on your stomach. In terms of taste, which I've literally just whipped all them lumps in my mouth, not a problem. I'm not going to knock this down for the lumps, for them little floaters, because they actually weren't that bad, and to be honest, they were actually quite nice, which normally they're minging. In terms of taste, it is quite sweet. It's very sweet, actually, but it's not overpowering, surprisingly enough. Seems like they've got the balance right with the flavourings, with the maltodextrin, the sugar, and the natural and artificial flavours. For people that don't like sweet things, don't go for this. In terms of everything else, the chocolate isn't very powerful. To say it's chocolate fudge cake, I wouldn't say it's the best. I wouldn't say it's as nice or as good as the PS Whey chocolate fudge cake, whatever the chocolate cake flavour is called. But overall, this is quite nice. Like I say, the only cons to this product, I would say, are is the amount of maltodextrin in this product. It could be changed a little bit, it could be tweaked, but by the by, that's an argument for another day. Overall, would I recommend it? Yeah, you could get it if you want to. Like I say, I always advocate for proper food sources. If you're wanting to kind of lift your calories up, excuse me, you could go for that and add it. You don't necessarily have to have the full serving. So it is a way just to lift your calories up, which then might make it more digestible, easier to manage. Anyway, everyone, that's it from me. Yeah, like I said, I do like the product. It's okay. Can't knock it. I would personally go for this one over Optimum Nutrition Serious Mass. However, I would go for the Gold Standard Gainer over this. But at least it's winning some battles. You can't win them all. Hey ho. Anyway, please like and comment. If you've tried this, let me know what you think. If you haven't, buy it, let me know what you think. Any other ideas or thoughts on reviews you want doing, hit me up and I will get them done as quick as I can. Anyway everyone, please subscribe and I will see you later. Thank you.